Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing some enchantments and try to find out why this deck weasels in and out of the format so much. This deck list I found is a 60% win rate over pretty much like a couple thousand of games, so it's a very high win rate. This deck seems to find itself on the back end of so many decks preparing for all the aggro decks in terms of Sunfall being incredibly brutal against this deck. Outside of that, we're going to go ahead and hop into the games. I hope you all enjoy, and if you enjoy my content, please be sure to subscribe. I truly appreciate it, and let's just get out there and game. All right, well, I mean, I guess we keep this. We're going to play. We have a lot of lands. Not necessarily that we want this many lands, but not like an incredible reason to turn this away. But also, like, good play into a pretty decent play overall. Oh. Lock it in. All right. As soon as I thought they were going to take a while, they immediately readied up. Let's get visitor down. Most likely be audacitying the visitor. What are we playing against? Bro, well, that can't block. Okay. Don't need to draw more land. I can tell you that much. 4 is more than enough for us to operate on, so we don't really want any more than that. But as of right now, that'd be what we're stuck with. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't matter if we just play a 4-2 and our opponent can't stop it. All right, on the play, we'll definitely keep. We have a 1-drop, a 2-drop is pretty good. Maybe even play the snake first. Our hand is pretty solid, but we play Weaver if we draw land naturally. I play Dog if I do not. All right, we draw land, like I said. We drew it naturally, so we put an enchantment on the stack, put a counter on this visitor. Here comes in. The reason we do this is because now Calyx will grow just somewhat naturally. They pass. Okay. We could ossification this, get it out of the road, but let's play Calyx now. We'll put a counter on the Weaver. Calyx will come in. We'll put a counter on the visitor. We'll attack. I guess Elspeth's Smite is something we should worry about, but until they reveal it, I'm not worrying about it. Third path, take out Calyx. On one hand, it definitely feels like a devastating play for sure. But I actually even care, I guess. Let's play other Weaver. Let's just buff this board, no? I think this Weaver is more of a target. Also, this doesn't get blown up by a Lauren, so we'll take it. Now we just shove. I mean, not blocking with the Lauren is a little questionable, maybe. But what it tells us is there's not really a board wipe on the horizon, or we'd have to worry about that. Let's play visitor. Hesitation there. Can draw a card. I think that's the big ticket here. Visitor come out. Put a counter. Let's just put a counter. We'll target here. Copy this. Yep, we're going to take them both out. And unless you have instant speed removal, we're going to shove them in and call it a good day. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a keepable hand. Fire off the Skrelv, play the Kami, do some stuff after that, make Kami big. We'll see. Human. Normally against human we can go over the top, but it seems not like the exact human deck we really want to fight. And on one hand, you would think maybe we lead off with naturalist, but I think we definitely throw the Kami out there. The reason why is because we play naturalist next turn, play a Weaver, take out the ossification, and we just get another opponent that concedes immediately. Is enchantments like scary or something? Just wow. We go first. Oh, we have to maul. As much as I like risking hands, I don't think we can actually risk that. We throw a Calyx back. Play a Skrelv. If there's any time to play a creature that has like that's going to give you early creature protection, it's obviously now. On a red. Mono, sure. Not really a surprising play to say the least. We want to fire off Commune now and try to find some. Ossification is normally fine. But I don't think it works here. Maybe it does, honestly. Yeah, maybe it does. Because then we'll potentially be able to just like play Visitor, play Ossification, then play like a Calyx or something. Maybe that'll be enough. Kind of grow our board. Then when we play the Calyx, we can kind of protect it. Might get barreled for a ton here. Again, that's like not the worst if this is like one of their only threats, because the 2/2 obviously we can kind of gatekeep later. All right. Well, Grelv did his job pretty much. Grelv, the scary card. Ossification, obviously we put it on our Visitor. We take out Swift Spear. Now we need to stop drawing lands. We don't play very many. Best case is probably play land, play Calyx, maybe something like an Audacity to grow Calyx really large. But who knows if we'll get there. Probably not blocking at any point. Okay. Will it play this card throw me off, man? I just don't get the invasion. I just like it works sometimes for him, and you just like they're like you can't argue it worked, and it's like sure man, it worked, I guess. You're right. I can't stop you from doing it. Well, let's see. We got a Calyx 3/3 in front. Play the third Swift Sphere in a row. It's under our Ossification over here. I mean, they're going to flip this regardless. I'm not going to put Calyx in the way of danger if that's the case. The only thing I potentially block is if they attack me. But let's see it. I know math's hard. Sure. This is such a weird attack. Yeah, they gave me too much info on the attack, I think, because they were sitting there waiting forever. What a draw. Holy cow, what a draw. Ossification. Yeah, I will Ossification this. I will grow this. Attack. Yep. Calyx hits. We copy. So if you're curious what I meant, by the way, I think they gave me too much information. They sat there and kind of paused for a long time and tried to decide how they wanted to attack. And I think if they had like a Monstrous Rage or something, I think they only send one at the battle. I think they only send one ever. Or any spell at all, because if I block to protect my life total, then they can play a spell and do something. Or if they attack the battle with 2 creatures, it's a little like questionable. Now that I keep thinking about it more, I don't know. I just called their bluff, basically, I guess. I thought it was a bluff. It felt like a bluff, so I called it. Roll first a lot. It was one of the slower hands I've had, but definitely find this hand fine. So we'll take it. Play a Thicket, we'll pass, we'll play a Forest. Sure what that means, but let's play a Spirited Companion. We'll just draw. And what I mean by this is I'm not sure what that means in terms of like if we have a good or bad matchup here. What's that, Revelry? Sure. I think we have a horrible matchup, but I'm not a doctor, so I can't, I can't be seen. Oh boy, I played the wrong land. I sure did. I autopiloted and my brain said, yep, we're going to play this Weaver. We're going to play an Audacity and we're going to call it a day. And that's not how that works. Interesting. I guess in 2 colors, you probably have time. Sure. Okay. Well, we're going to flood. Play Calyx. I play Audacity, and we hope it's enough. Have to ride this homie to the promised land. And there's a Shieldred's Edict, and I will just move on, I think. Ah, God. They missed a land drop. I'm honestly just reeling from the misplay earlier. Kind of making me mad, to be honest. I would have loved to develop more tempo there, but instead I messed it up. So that I didn't get to draw my card earlier. Let's put a counter on Visitor. Miss another land. That's great. Now we gotta grow these things beyond 4. So Calyx is obviously gonna get targeted here. It's gonna target itself. We're gonna move to combat. We're gonna attack. We're gonna hit. Big action. Sure. Guess we'll target here and we'll target here. Probably should have done it the other way. Should have put an extra counter on Calyx. I kind of forgot its growth was coming from one of these. Wow, I wonder if there's an Emperor. I mean, we're swinging lethal. It's definitely a Wandering Emperor. I think they just concede if that's not the case. They got my Calyx. That totally makes sense with me. We do that. Play the brush land. We end the turn. Play tap land. They make Samurai. You have another Emperor, maybe? Wow. Back-to-back Emperors. I was going to concede, and then I thought we had a chance. And now it feels a lot less likely that we have a chance. And with a very low chance to draw land, we draw in another land. So, you know, sometimes you win them, sometimes you lose them. And it looks like we are falling behind here and are going to lose. Oh, yeah, just shielded me. I'm not blocking. It's my only chance. They scroll. Play Ossification. Have it take the Shieldred. Then have Vigilance. Use Pass. And then we try to set up for a turn where we can maybe overgrow this. Sure.
Keep watch for intruders.
Oh. Oh. Alright. I'm out of here. Oh, man. Misplaying with the Audacity, dude. Ugh. That kind of sucks. I'm going to try it. I've never seen a hand like this with enchantments, so I'm going to give it the old shot. We just hope to draw a 2-drop here. Like that, we do. That's pretty cool. Kami's going to be a monster over the next coming turns. Oh my god, is Orzhov again? Oh, I said they don't get priority there, Arena. If you play a land, priority doesn't get passed. Hey, you have super trample. Look at you go. Weird to see that they got it all sudden, but I think that pauses for an Elspeth Smite, to be honest with you. Land temporary lockdown. That would hurt. That hurt a lot. Sure.
Those who get in my way tend to regret it.
Happens.
One of
Draw.
your friends has to leave.
Get to call me back. Like, of course we're going to take it back. I will play land. There's no creature in play, so I'll play Kami. I'll play Kami. They both have trample, so of course this is kind of where we want to be. They make me discard. I probably throw the forest away. I mean, I guess it's the only thing that really makes sense. Like, obviously, we'd love to play Calyx and the Reign of Truth, but I just don't think it's feasible.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Plus a discard. It's just farmhand. Yep. It's gonna be a tough day. That's all it's gonna be. You can kind of just keep slamming threats. Alex is obviously the better threat here, so we'll do this. It's like weird because on one hand, I want to hold this Reign of Truth and have it kind of be the thing that does the thing. Liliana could minus, and then we have problems there. Very weird. Matchup sucks, to be honest.
Don't.
Yeah, there's the Elspeth Smite. Second to populate. Of course, why not? I would hate for you to have the thing that you need. You get both these back. It's like the hard part for them is the fact that these just keep coming back and coming back. Oh, again, play Kami. Then if we draw land, we play Calyx and we play Weaver. If we don't draw land, we just kind of cry. It's the populate to populate and the Sunfall. I will puke. Sacrifice one of these. I mean, that kind of tells me it's not.
Personal space.
What do you got for me? That's a bat. That's lifelink on a bat. Log. Visitor. Ossification. I'm gonna pump out as much damage as I can while I can. Get that bat out of here. Their face is the place. You have a clock like this, you don't bother dealing with a Liliana that may or may not matter. All it's going to do is discard here. I'm going to let a Weaver go. Let a land go. I have a Calyx. You make me sack, but obviously Visitor's gone if that's the case. Elspeth Smite's not big enough to get rid of Kami. Calyx will come in and deal a little bit more damage if needed. What do you have for me? Thorn. Okay. Well, you're gonna make it 2-3.
You can deal with my servant.
Counter. Once again, government. It is enough. Oh man, I know we ended up winning because of the Kami cycles, but that matchup feels so bad. Yeah, we will keep this, and it's definitely snap keep. I think. Mines. Ooh, Siren. Sure. That tells me Naturalist is probably fine if I had to take a guess. If I had to spin the wheel, I think it's fine. Also have a basic for ossification. One of the main reasons we did this. Could be cut down. I would assume Schooner is what they're going to try to want to play. But I definitely get it if Naturalist is what bites the bullet. Kind of just hoping for the opposite. It sucks. Natural land draw, which is great. Now we can play this. Protection from vampires. Do we think they'll have another removal spell? Yeah, let's just play it. A 1-1. Not very big, bold, strong, and tough. But we can have it do some things. If we draw another natural land, we feel really good. Play a Weaver. We play Ossification. Obviously, we're not going to block here. Block would be so loose. There's the Schooner that we thought they were going to set up last turn. Do they have cut down? Another Siren? Sure. It does have flying, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh, we rip another land naturally. Look at us go. Yeah, I'll play a Weaver here. Come in, kind of do the thing we want it to do. And ossification. I probably shouldn't have ossificationed. I probably should have attacked and seen kind of where they were wanting to go with this. But let's just get this out of the way, I guess. This play right here is incredibly loose on my end, I believe. You just attack and see what they wanted to do. But the argument for me was, if they want to now attack with Schooner, they're not going to have a creature held back, and our creature's only going to get bigger and bigger, and as the game goes on, our creatures are going to continue to get bigger and bigger in comparison. Play land already. Obviously, we're not blocking. If it's fight, you won't. It's a fight you'll get. Nothing here. Don't know what that means. Not that smart. Do know it means I'm probably not really looking to block the Weaver, I think. Or attack with the Weaver. I'd much rather copy this. Draw 2 cards. Sure. Kind of one of the reasons we wanted to do it. Play land. We'll move to combat. I'll attack for 4. Never tie. The main thing that I think they're going to have a problem with is now this can enchant something, and maybe they'll have a counter spell. I'm sure, but here's my Kami now. And we'll see what happens. We can obviously double block this Schooner, kind of go from there. We have ossification copy to kind of take up their board. Then Spirited Companion, maybe Catilda after that. The crew. They attack. They didn't play the land we knew about because they wanted to play the Dark Slick Shores, and I totally get it. 6 damage here. Not really going to fight you over it. Again, this also gives me lifelink as well. And it'll be massive as well. We'll see. See what happens here. Second ossification is just fantastic, huh? 4 mana up. Do I even bother? That's like do the same play where I Spirit Companion, I copy it, then maybe ossification or something. Because now Kami's going to be large. We know that 2 other cards in the hand are lands, but they haven't played anything else. So it either screams second one of these or just some amount of stack interaction. Whether it's like a Tidebinder or something like that. Spirit Companion. Alex a good one. If there is ever a time that they want to interact with me, it would be towards that Calyx. Attack. They let the attack happen last time as well. Try to hinder my game plan. Take a damage to play this, but I'll do it. And make this appear, maybe? Yes. Alex is already going to be a target of removal. There's the Tidebinder. The fact they haven't shut off Weaver to me is insane. Maybe I'm the crazy one, but I feel like Weaver's been a big problem this kind of entire game. But we all know, are we all out of tricks? Spirit Companion definitely in blocking duty for sure. I don't necessarily have to do too much about that. Our opponent's allowed us to draw so many extra cards as well. Alright, do it again. Tidebinder, not that scared of. Do it on the flyer. Sure. I mean, that's a good card on top. They snap it on top. You better hope. Not lethal. In the back end. You have to double block. Okay. Sure. We'll We'll block because we obviously lose to Shielder there. Just let that happen. Opponent. It was a good game. But little Weaver that you decided that wasn't important enough for you to remove. I'm gonna come back and get you here. I just don't know why they never Tidebindered this thing. You know what I'm saying? Arena client is acting whack. I don't actually think it even gave me priority at any point and like asked me if that's what I want to do. Yeah, well, I get doing Calyx, but I think they allowed too much to happen between here and there. Like we were winning a card race against blue black, and it really shouldn't be that way. Oh boy, that was about tragic. Yeah, so the last like little cover up thing that we'll do here, because obviously we're in the outro now. I don't know why it falls in and out so much. It's definitely solid. As you can see, a lot of people kind of, maybe not fear is the correct word, but respect it to the point that some people, when they start off slow and you're on the play, even if it's red, they'll always stick around and maybe they'll have a chance. But enchantments makes your creature so big so fast and has such an uppercut potential that it's so hard to like be on the draw. And then they start off with a Wizard, they play Audacity or something to Scrub maybe, and this is already huge and getting in, because you know after that they're going to play some sort of other enchantment. It's going to get larger, and then like if the Calyx comes in, puts a counter on this, it attacks, it hits, Audacity gets copied, goes on Calyx. There's a lot of shenanigans you get to do with this deck overall. There's a lot of pieces that weave into each other in this deck that work well with each other. Outside of that, I don't really have a whole lot to say. I mean, it's just kind of like another form of really aggressive aggro, but utilizing green and white instead of something like mono white or blue white soldiers or mono red. Because at the end of the day, this deck really does get kind of suplexed by board wipes in terms of Sunfall as well, because you don't really have a whole lot of protection. You don't have a whole lot of direct damage. It's actually one of the few decks that you can take as much damage from this deck as much as you want. As long as you don't die, you won't lose the game, because they don't have any direct way to do it. And the creature lands are slightly too slow to play in this deck because you can't afford that tap turn. Especially being like on the draw, you'll just never develop enough tempo and never really get out ahead of the curve when you need to. Outside of that, that's all it is going to be for me today. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all have a good day or afternoon or night wherever you are. That said, get out of here. Goodbye.